What's going on, boys? GTO Club message here. It's about 1 a.m. Just got out of the shower, so I got my my skin stuff on here, trying to make the skin more GTO, so I'm gonna look a little oily, but that's okay, man. You guys gotta deal with it. But yeah, man. Been kind of hopping back in the ring here, hopping back in things. It's been a fucking dominating past couple weeks, man. Been crushing it. You guys are paying attention to what I've been doing with everything. It's been crazy, man. You know, basically a couple weeks ago, I decided to sort of shift Jonah off of working at, he was kind of like having a hard time just focusing on doing one or two things each day. So I shifted his focus off of everything I was doing with Instagram, with Twitter, with YouTube, anything content-wise, anything clothing-wise, and just put him entirely on the group and had him just focus on the group in terms of thinking about stuff. And then we've been talking every single day, a couple times a day, just sort of running ideas back and forth about different things we could do to improve that aspect of the group. And I decided I was going to take over the content game, take over Instagram, take over all that stuff for right now. And kind of the thinking behind that was, when I was realizing that when I was doing these podcasts and poker's the topic, I wasn't necessarily like feeling that interested in it. And it's weird. I've never felt that way. I've always loved poker, always very interested in poker. And then when I made a Pot Limit Omaha video, a strategy video, I was like, man, it just wasn't coming to me as it always has. And I was like, it's kind of a scary thing to say, I spent the last 6 years just playing Pot Limit Omaha all the time. So now when that strategy is not coming to mind like it used to, I'm like, man, you know what? Like, I really just need to rededicate myself to poker, rededicate myself to PLO for a period of time here, because I think that I just have such a massive opportunity right now, just in terms of what I've already built up with my podcast, with my content. And I just have such an easy path to crushing. I just like it's sort of set in place what to do. It's just got to fucking do it. So I just said, you know what, man, I'm going to turn it up. I'm turning up the fucking heat on these people, man. I'm turning up the heat on the content game. I'm turning up the heat on the YouTube game, on the Instagram game, and on the Twitter game. And man, it's been crushing. Completely adjusted my YouTube strat. Started putting a lot more PLO content out, a lot more of these PLO videos, started having a more defined idea of what I want to do with my podcast direction, the best of clips in terms of the delivery on Twitter. Or on Twitter, it could be better. It should be once a day, but on YouTube, it's just been sick. My growth on YouTube right now, it's my biggest month ever in terms of views. It's up 60-something% from these past couple months. My watch time is going to be my highest watch time, the highest minutes ever. If anyone's watched on my channel, so about 38%, or it's up 38% right now from the last quarter. And I've really just been like, you know what? This is just a game. Like it's just a game, really. It's just, there's numbers, there's all these analytics, and it's kind of like this weird fucking version of poker in a way where it's a game. And I have things I want to do, but I'm just sort of talking about what my best things are, which is Pot Limit Omaha and poker. Those are my best things, what I've worked at for so long. And so I really haven't read many other books these past couple weeks, man. I've just been studying PLO, studying video, kind of like, I feel like the videos already have like a good basic introduction, consistency. I didn't want to get too complicated with it, but now I'm just studying more. I'm learning more things about storytelling, about working in music, about transitions, about that type of stuff as well. And really just, studying the fucking numbers, the patterns, seeing what videos, how they interact with what. If numbers are a certain way for real-time viewership, then you can sort of adjust your strategy, potentially different times, potentially different sort of questions you can ask to engage the audience. There's different ways to comment. You can interact with the comments in the chat in terms of delivering that content then on social media. What's the best way, how to do it, what could be done better there. So I've just really been, man, just getting after it, man. And man, I think the biggest thing was this Upswing Poker put out this PLO course, and we just fucking demolished that, just crushed it. The course $1,000, I got a 25% deal, and I sold 84 courses. So you can do the math, man. We fucking crushed it. 5 days, just killed it. I came up with this idea to offer some extra value, some extra PLO related content, GTO Club related content, and a copy of my book as well. And man, I just had people, and I believe in the course so much. I think it's awesome. I think it could really help anybody out there. So anyone that messaged me, I'd have a conversation with them. We would chat for a bunch. And I'm just like, man, listen, you put the work in. This course you're going to fucking crush it. You're going to kill it. You're going to get after it. And yeah, man, I mean, that's still ongoing, but kind of sales slowed down these past day or two after their free thing went away on Monday, Friday or Saturday. But I feel like this is something still, 4 a month, 8 a month, for like the foreseeable future. And that's even without a core of content plan, some content specifically dedicated to the public for the course. I mean, there's so many different things I can do with that. And obviously the ROI on that's just huge, 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 huge. So that's something I feel like that could just be a, that's sort of like passive revenue stream for the foreseeable future. We got the t-shirts obviously going on Teespring. I mean, man, that looks like a real possibility for just between 1 to 2,000 plus each month, but just having them up there. Like we've already done about $1,700 in sales from that, which just very sort of passive marketing, not very aggressive, a little bit on the podcast, got it on Instagram a little bit, on Twitter a little bit. But yeah, I mean, not super aggressive strategy, nothing smart, nothing about that, but just this really like sort of, you know, why you build a business, why you have an audience. Well, now you put out cool shit. You offer them cool things. You offer them things of value. You offer them things they're going to enjoy. So yeah, man, book's been going pretty well. I mean, it seems like the book's been selling about like, I wouldn't say like between 50 and 100 copies a month, maybe a little bit near 100. So I get, what do I get, $7 from that? Yeah, I get 70% of that. So I get $7 from each copy of those. So that's some extra little like this passive money that's just already there. And that's where the hard copy is going to be out now. It's edited. And then the audiobook's going to come out too. So that's going to be able to, you know, hopefully we'll see some residual income from that for a while. YouTube money up, you know, it's not much, up to $450, $500 a month. Twitch money, a couple hundred more dollars. And got a couple offers from companies to do these 1 hour shows where they're going to pay me a nice hourly fee for that as well too, which is like between, you know, $300-$400. And kind of why I'm getting all these numbers is that, and this is what you do it for, right? This is what you build a brand for. This is what I've been working for, to build a brand, to build a business out of my brand. This is what I've been grinding for. So I've been putting out podcasts 3 times a week, 2 times a week for the past 3+ years. This is why I've been grinding Twitter so hard. This is why I've been grinding the comments so hard. This is what I've been working for, you know. And kind of, I think one thing I've really developed these past couple of months, and from talking with a lot of guys in the group, and it's just like having these, you know, using your audience, what you built, to build these passive revenue streams, build these things where, you know, you don't got to really do much about it. So advertise, obviously, you know, t-shirts, don't got to do much about it. The more we advertise, the more money you make out of that. Book, obviously I wrote the fucking book. I had to do a lot, but now it's just, okay, well, now it's about delivering that book. You know, in terms of affiliate money, well, that's something, building up an affiliate plan, but also staying true to myself and not being too fucking scammy and hoary about things, and kind of being in your face about stuff. So, and then kind of, you know, building up that YouTube, keep putting out great content. That's my strength. Really focus on my strengths, which are poker, which are talking on camera, which are Pop in Omaha, which is engaging with audience, which is getting people fucking fired up, getting them excited, bringing that fucking energy to the table. So that's just really what I've been trying to do these past couple of weeks. And I mean, I feel like it's been 3 months. It's been 2 weeks, and everything's just all trending up now. I mean, I've been grinding hard on Twitter. Twitter's been fucking crushing it. Instagram strat's going really well. I mean, we're just slowly climbing on there, man. Have a really sort of like set, easy plan, 2-3 posts a day, work in my content with the short videos, Instagram story updates, so you get bumped up to the top, and that way people keep seeing you. Instagram story, keep recognizing your face, maybe check your page. Snapchat, been grinding that a little bit more as well, but not pretty much the same as before. But obviously with Instagram, that was a big focus of ours, and mine, mine especially. And yeah, man, just been trying to really get after it. I feel like I could be doing a bit better job of engaging with the comments on Instagram as well as the comments on Twitter, just because I get so many. Haven't really started with Facebook yet too, but I mean, I'm super happy with how things are going right now. I just feel like, you know, what I like sort of set out 2.5 weeks ago was like, you know what, I have this, even like maybe 3, so I'm not sure when I ever came back. I have this opportunity right now in the space I'm in with content, and, you know, just with myself, to really just capitalize. It's really just like go extra, put in that extra work, put in that extra effort, consistent effort, wake up every day, just fucking get after it, think about it, obsess about it, just think about it. And I've really neglected my, you know, my workouts at home have been okay, but I haven't done much, man. I got to be honest. I really haven't. I barely left the house, honestly, get food. I've been working out at home. Haven't really been eating in 3 meals. I've been eating 2 meals, but eating good, drinking a lot of water. You know, got my water here, but drinking a ton of water. I haven't really been taking care of my skin as much as I should be, unfortunately. But sometimes, you know what? You just got to fucking do that, man. You know, sometimes you just got to fucking say, you know what? I'm putting this to the side, man. I'm going to sacrifice some of these things. I know they're good for me. But I feel like when you see a moment, when you see something you want, when you see something you want to get after and you see it's there, you fucking take it, man. And I just think in the past, I've just been, you know, I've seen it. I've known it's there. Just haven't taken it, though. You know what I'm saying? I framed it all wrong. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be this or that. But really, man, it's all just kind of a game. It's a game in its own right. I get to play this game where I get to talk about what I love and what I've been doing forever, you know, now for so long. And the thing I'm best at, the thing I enjoy the most, the thing that like gets me excited whenever I think about PLO. I mean, I don't know. I just get so excited thinking about how to, you know, beat players, beat other regulars, exploit the tendencies, and like, it's just a game. It's like a game that I just truly, truly love doing. And kind of just looking at Instagram as a game. I think that's where it started. I looked at Instagram as a game. I looked at YouTube as a game, and just flip this framing around. Twitter is a game in a lot of ways, and ain't, but yeah, man, I felt like, with the club, I get 6 people saying, I'm in such a fucking great place. I'm so happy right now. I feel like I'm in one of the best places I've ever been in a long time. I'm like, well, fuck, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm seeing this, like, I'm like right now, like, I feel like everyone in this group, man, is just crushing, killing it. So I think I got a little time here. Let me focus on this, man. Let me fucking get after this. Let me crush it for myself. And really, big difference between club and this stuff is I got graphs, I got numbers, I got receipts, I see things, I track it. I get to see the comments, see the engagement, see how the videos are doing, see how that game's going, see how growth's going, check the numbers. It's all there to track. It's like a Hold'em manager right here. Big difference between that and the club, obviously, is I got to go off people's words. I got to see what they're saying, see what they're doing with their habits. And, obviously it's a different story. You can't I can't stare at that for 5 hours because it just drives me fucking insane when I've tried doing that in the past. So, but yeah, man, I'm fired up. Obviously, you can tell. I'm just, oh man, I'm super like, what is the word? Gratitude. I feel like I have this sort of just happy feeling in knowing that all this hard work I've been putting in for these past 3 years is really starting to lead to something that could be something serious, right? Could be something that I could really just not only provide a value to the world in terms of with poker, with knowledge, with entertainment, with, sort of these like life lessons kind of things, whatever you want to call them, soft skills. I feel like, that work's finally paying off, right? It's just crazy feeling, man, to now have this stuff up. I got a book out, you got clothes out, companies are hitting you up for stuff. You got, people, the biggest stories coming through you or podcasts and those type of things, man. It's crazy, man, and it's a great feeling. Obviously, we got the club, we got people willing to, pay to be in the club and really see actual, tangible, exceptional results. It's wild, man. And honestly, that's, I think, my biggest thing out there. A lot of people is, man, you just got to keep working, man. You just got to keep at it. Every day you wake up, you got to keep at it, man. What are you working for? Well, what are you working for, right? Like, want to do something special or not? If not, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I don't. But I want to do something special with whatever it is, just for myself, just to have that sort of feeling, man, something special, something unique, something, maximize my strengths, work on my strengths and just take advantage of that. And yeah, man, I don't know. I'm pretty pumped up, pretty excited. I feel just, I don't know, man. I feel like just past couple days talking to Jonah, I'm just like, man, I can't believe it. Really can't believe it sometimes. I think that comes from sort of not really necessarily living in that moment. When you remember my first time I played high stakes, I played 50, 100. Like I won my first pot. I had like 200,000 online. I could not believe it. I was like, I cannot believe this is happening to me. You work so hard. You put in these hours. You have this dream. You have this thing in your mind. Like, I'm going to make it. It's like you're grinding those 10-hour days constantly. You're just like, man, I'm going to make it. 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 And then finally you do. Finally, this place you want to get to happens. You're sitting there. You're there. You're in that moment. You're living it. And it's just fucking surreal. It really is. And I've never really had that point until now with sort of this other stuff I've been doing. And maybe, I don't know. I feel like now I've actually been putting an effort into it. I really haven't put much effort with this YouTube stuff, content stuff, sort of like that media, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, honestly, man. But I feel like I just have a chance to do something really special that, I don't know, man. I don't know if, who knows? Who knows? We'll see anybody else do it. I don't know. So yeah, man. And obviously, I think it helps having a friend like Doug. I see Doug, talk with Doug a lot. I feel like Doug is this guy that, it provides this great source of motivation, inspiration for me. We talk a lot of strategy about stuff. And, it's just like, so that's been great. But man, yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to sort of, have a lot of conversations with people this week. We got a couple meetings this week. We're going to have a meeting Wednesday night and Thursday night as well, too. Talk with Jonah. Me and Jonah have been brainstorming a couple little ideas as well. We're going to start implementing too. And yeah, man, I'm just keeping it up, man. Every day I'm planning to just keep it up every single fucking day. Every single day, man. Just consistent. And that's it, man. That's what I got. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. Even though none of you guys are gonna let me know what you thought, Cam will let me know what he thought. So I feel good about that. 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 So that's what I got. Much love, guys. Much love. Take care. Peace out. Congratulations, Cam.